Hey guys, my name is Alex and welcome to Queer 101, a safe space where I talk about everything related with the LGBTQ community and more. And in this first installment, we're going to be talking about one of the greatest movements that has ever happened in LGBTQ history, the Stonewall Riots. What are the riots? What importance does it have to the LGBTQ plus community? And why did it happen? Well, today I'm here to explain to you detail by detail what are they. The name Stonewall Riot comes because the altercation began in Stonewall Inn, which was basically known as a popular gay hangout. And what basically happened is that in June 27, 1969, gay men, women, and street queens decided to fight back with the New York City policemen, basically saying, "We're here and we're not going anywhere." This because of the spirit of the civil rights movement of that time. Though the riot only lasted that day and ended in June 28th, the next day, this is basically the most famously known riots of all of them, because the second year, a lot of LGBTQ plus groups decided to come into one and form the first ever known gay pride parade. Now that we have covered what are the Stonewall Riots, now let's talk about the importance of gay pride and the Stonewall Riot. Without those people who finally stood up to the New York City Police Department in that year, I don't know where we would stand at this point. If we still fell into the oppression of those years, the LGBTQ community may even still be prosecuted as though if it was a crime. But thanks to those people, we finally had a voice to say that we're here and we're stronger than ever. Of course, people think that gay pride doesn't make sense and that they should have heterosexual pride, but in reality is that they have all the year, when we have only 1 month to say that we're here, which is June, because of the Stonewall Riots. And honestly, people may appear picketing saying that homosexuality is a sin and that we're going to burn in hell. Well, if there's something I learned in church was, if you preach hate, that's wrong. You should love your neighbor as you love yourself. And what does it say when somebody is basically giving themselves the title of God and saying that what you're doing is wrong? It's not quite right. They contradict themselves into some point. But again, that's just my opinion. Of course, all of you out there have your opinions, but I'm just deciding to finally speak my opinion. Now that we covered the importance of the riots, let's talk about why. And it's pretty easy. Because LGBTQ people don't want to be oppressed no more. They want to love the person that they love freely. They want to be the person they want to be freely, without people telling them it's wrong. In that time, LGBTQ community was treated poorly, and it was even deemed a mental illness. Which, if you want, I'll talk about that in a future video, so make sure to leave a like about that. But they were tired of oppression, and they finally stood up. And I'm glad, because now it's, we get LGBTQ plus community gets more recognition than it has ever gotten. You see LGBTQ characters in TV shows, movies, series, math books. Just recently I saw a picture of a math book which had an LGBT couple. You see them out there in Hollywood, famous actors, singers, songwriters, authors, and I may be wrong, but it may be because of those people who fought back, finally decided to speak their minds and say, well, I don't want to be oppressed no more, and I want to be able to love the person that I love freely. I want to be the person who I feel I am freely without being judged, without being looked down as being mentally ill. So maybe that's why the Stonewall Riots grew. Now then again, my opinion, I don't know, because I wasn't in that period of time. But hey, you can send me whatever you think. Make sure to send me a message and say, why do you think the Stonewall Riots were actually done? And lastly, I want to explain to you guys why I decided to do this. It's easy. I want to create a safe space for people who identify as queer or non-queer people who still want to support their friends, families, everything. I want to create conscious into this world and teach people who may not know what maybe gay means, or lesbian, trans, bisexual, I don't know. I am going to do the best to cover all of the terms of the LGBTQ community. And this is important to me because where I live, it's a small town in Mexico. And I was bullied in elementary school and middle school for being who I was, for being my little flamboyant self, for being eccentric, weird, queer. I was bullied, and I didn't have the representation that the new era of LGBT kids have now. So I wanted to create this space for everybody out there, whether you're new, you're old, you're young, you're a man, you're a woman, you're a non-binary person, you're black, you're white, you're any color. I want to create a safe space. I want to leave a mark in this world, so when I have kids, they know that their procreator did something good for the people out there. And that's why I decided to create this page. And honestly, I hope I continue. And I hope you guys liked it, honestly. I had so much fun investigating and knowing a little bit more about the history of our community. If you like this, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, follow me, make sure to reblog, send me messages, inbox, whatever you want. I'm always open. So that's it for today. Until next time, kisses, peace out.